Hey guys, it's Quench Your Adventure. I'm Jenna, this is Jeremy, and today we're going to be answering a bunch of questions, doing a travel Q&A van life series. So, let's get started. We're Jenna and Jeremy.
Welcome back to our channel.
A place for travel, fun, and beautiful destinations.
Now don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications to tune in to our weekly videos. You can find us on Instagram at Quench Your Adventure. Now on to the good stuff.
Let's do it.
We have a bunch of different questions that people have asked us about what's this process been like.
So thank you to
Yeah,
all
so
you guys who
thanks
asked
for
questions.
the encouragement and excitement and all the advice and questions you've been wondering. So the first question is, how did you get started? Whose idea was it? Well, I guess I'll explain my side. We went to bed one night. We were about to fall asleep, and I said to Jeremy, I go, Jeremy, I said, what if we travel in our new van for a while? And he's like, what? And I was like, yeah, what if we turn it into a road trip and try to make some fun out of it?
I was seconds from falling asleep, and she's asking me this, and I'm just like, wait.
That like got him thinking. He's like, oh my gosh, this could be amazing.
It's a great idea.
So like we both couldn't sleep that night because we were just like spiraling all these ideas about maybe renting a vehicle or buying something, but we had a vehicle that we could try to turn into.
Yeah, we
making it
considered a
work.
bunch of stuff. We probably talked for another 45 minutes talking about teardrop campers and, you know, drivable RVs and vans and used stuff, and just totally, you know, thought of every option, and I think we went with a good one though. So
Yep, it's been great.
yeah.
Next question says, what's been the biggest challenge? So I'll answer that and then you can answer yours because we
Sure.
probably have different ones.
Yeah.
For me, living in the van, I struggled with this at home sometimes. Jeremy wakes up earlier than me and I wake up way later. And in the van, there's nowhere to hide or go or be secretive. So it's hard to have him get up in the morning and me still be trying to sleep. So that's been a struggle. And then number two for me is just access to changing and being, you know, having a lot of space to go to the bathroom, wash face, and get dressed for the day.
Yeah, you definitely sacrifice some luxuries. Related to your first answer, it is cool though. Our memory foam mattress is pretty firm, and it makes me think of those Tempur-Pedic ads where you have the glass of wine sitting on the one side and you're like jumping on the other side.
Or an
and it's not
egg and
spilling.
it doesn't crack or
so
something.
when I do move around in the morning, it doesn't always wake Jenna up, which is cool. So sometimes I'll like climb into the front seat and then just sit and, you know, chill on my phone, whatever. So
Hey, that works.
yeah, but anyway, challenge for me, the main thing I guess would just be, you know, finding places to park. I mean, it's actually been really great. We'll talk about that later. But that would be, you know, that's a bit of a challenge. It's something we have to think about every day since we didn't plan out this whole trip. And then the only other thing I would say is, you know, there's not that much of a routine since we're not actually living out of the van like full time. We are just temporarily living out of it on a trip.
Right.
So there's, you know, we're treating it still like a vacation where like we're wanting to go, and there's not a whole lot of routine, which is mostly cool with me, but if we were doing it full time, we'd want to have a little more structure.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
Cool.
What's been your favorite part? I think that one is very obvious for the both of us. It has to do with freedom.
Yeah.
We are obsessed
free.
with the idea of just being able to do what we want at what time we want together, and just feeling that we are able to go at any moment.
To just be, it really is cool. We planned pretty much nothing, and it's been amazing. We just kind of figure it out as we go. Sometimes we'll just turn left, sometimes we'll turn right.
Yeah, we've stopped at
So-
a lot of places we never normally would have stopped at. We usually always have a guide or itinerary, and it's been really cool to kind of just go with the flow.
And a side note, we asked our followers as well about a name for the van, and my favorites so far are Freerider and Flow. So they
Well,
were
I like
to
Franny the
answer.
Vanny and Miss Frizzle, but it's okay.
Yeah.
He can have 4 names. For the current trip, so the one that we're on and ending soon, how many places and how long?
We could do a whole video about really the whole trip, but I guess the short answer is we've gone a bunch of places. I mean, we've
Bunch of small
mostly
towns
been in
and
North
cities.
Carolina and Tennessee.
Right.
Yeah, and then it's been, I think in total it'll be 11 nights. So there you go.
Tonight is 9. 11.
I think so.
No.
Yeah, we're going home
Oh,
tomorrow.
that makes me really sad. Yeah.
So that's the short answer. Maybe we'll do a longer one in
Right.
another video.
a lot of people have asked this, where do you go to the bathroom? And I think this one's more specific to me because guys are really lucky. They have access to almost anywhere, but women, it is a little bit harder for us. So I am very happy with the purchase I made a couple weeks ago. It was a $12 toddler's potty that has a removable like bowl at the bottom. So I do my business. I wipe and then I dump the liquid and then I clean up the center with the wet wipe, and it's perfect. And then hand sanitizer, like I can do it behind a tree or in the car, and it's okay. It works. I don't need a grocery store right away.
It's convenient for sure. And it says for 18 months and older, so she is qualified to use it. I am too, but I haven't used it.
Yeah, Jeremy hasn't used my potty, and I really like it. I'm really proud of it.
I mean, I could stand up and use it, but I don't know.
To be honest, I'm actually shocked that I've gone on so many camping trips and had to do the whole squat thing, and that this thing is so perfect. I am so happy with it. I will talk about it for days.
$12. And then for me, you know, I pointed there and there and there, but also we just managed to find places along the way. We'll go in a grocery store and buy a few things, use the bathroom. So
yeah, I mean, and we've eaten out a bunch of times, and you know, using the restaurant, use the bathroom. A lot of local parks are starting to open up, so there's trails and porta-johns and different places that you can use the bathroom.
Yeah, that's been a big one actually.
Yeah, we've been very lucky that bathroom has not been a problem. Gas stations too.
Yeah.
Next question is, do you wear makeup? How do you wash your face? How do you wear makeup?
No, I did use one of your face wipes last night.
Yeah. So the face washing thing was kind of a problem with having to do all these steps and stuff. So I have just like portable little wipes, and I can wash my face if I wanted to with just our gallon water rinsing. Do I wear makeup? I brought some, but I haven't worn any. If we went to a really nice restaurant, maybe I would put some makeup on, but it's been kind of nice waking up every day and just, this is me.
Yeah, we went to one steakhouse, but
yeah, and we didn't order steak.
Yeah, I put jeans on, so that was
wow. Yeah,
really
it's crazy that we've been probably wearing more of the same clothes every day than normal. Like we repeat a lot of outfits, but nobody knows because we're somewhere new every day.
But we post every day.
Yeah, all of them are the same. How much did it cost? And that's kind of your domain, Jeremy. I'm going to give credit for. He really ran with it. I went to work one day and I came home and the van was built out.
I mean, that night when she mentioned the idea, I just started, brain was going, and after a couple days I was like, all right, the simplest thing to do is to simply build a platform, put it in the back with a mattress on it, you've got storage underneath, boom, we've got a van. So you can watch all those videos that we posted over the last couple weeks about the build and the tour. But anyway, how much did it cost? So quick list, won't go into too many details, but about $60 for the wood, screws, sandpaper, and the cutting of some of that wood at Lowe's. About $43 for our 2-burner Coleman stove. About 20 bucks for this camping chair I'm sitting in. About $50 for the privacy shelter that we have. About $166 for the 5-inch memory foam mattress. That is awesome, by the way. About $10 for our solar shower. About 15 bucks for the cooler we have. About $15 for propane and cookware. About 12 bucks for the toddler potty. $20 for our inflatable raft. $160 for the trailer hitch that we put our bikes on, and $12 for a bike lock. So I think the total for that was somewhere between $500 and $600.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome for, you know, the types of trips and the experiences that we've had.
The fact that we have spent $0 on lodging, hotel, and camping, that $500 is worth it because this will take us on so many journeys. So.
Yeah. Next, we have a packing list. We do.
Yes. Before we leave the house, we have to double check it just to make sure we've brought everything we need, and we've added more and more to it. And so we can either do a blog post, a Instagram post, or even maybe a YouTube video that can link all the things that we've bought and think that was needed and necessary.
Yeah, it could be a whole nother video, but also in the description of this, we'll put a few of these items in if you wanted to click and look at them.
Yeah.
So, would you consider living in an RV full time?
Yeah, a lot of people have asked that.
Yeah. I mean, I've absolutely loved it. If we had just a little more space, it, you know, would make it really nice.
Right there. You cannot stand up in the van that we're in. And it works because we're not in it all day. But if we were trying to work part-time or online or cook a little more or do...
Which we are doing a lot of work, just sitting in the front seats.
But it has been a struggle not having that much space. So would we live in an RV? Oh, yes, I would.
Heck yeah.
Would we live in a camper? Yes, we would.
So I guess to be really specific, maybe I would say no, because I don't know that I would have an RV, maybe far into the future, but I would definitely have just a larger van, taller so you can stand, and like you said, enough space to at least sit.
We like the compact
and have a small kitchen area.
Exactly,
so.
yeah.
But yes.
We don't want a long vehicle that can barely park in certain spots. We like that nice small fit of a van.
For sure. I mean, we don't need a whole lot more, and we drive a lot of dirt roads, so the smaller, the easier,
we
I
need
guess.
compact but taller.
Yeah. Have you had any incidents with people coming up to the van at night? Police or other people? So the answer is no. We've been no issues
very lucky
whatsoever. And I mean, the reason for that is we've parked in really great, safe places.
Clean.
Yeah, and we'll get to that.
Society.
That's one of the questions. But one quick story about that, though. There was a night, it was the one night that I guess we did quote unquote boondocking, which is where you really only pull up to a place just at night to go to sleep, and then you're pretty much gone in the morning. And there was a night where we were staying in Townsend, Tennessee, just outside of Cades Cove, and there's really not a whole lot around there as far as like a national forest road or something like that, so which is typically where we go. So there was a hotel that was temporarily closed down, and we just parked in their parking lot. It seemed totally safe. There was nobody there. It seemed like we wouldn't bother anybody at all by parking there.
It was our first time doing that, so you're just a little bit more on edge. You're kind of looking a little more, and we did not have window and car shades. So we didn't have that privacy to kind of tuck into the car. We had
shorts and shirts rolled up into the windows to add a little bit of privacy, and there were also lights that were on in the parking lot. So anyway, so I woke up about middle of the night, and I peer out my little eye shades that I was wearing, and I'm just kind of looking around, as I guess you could say the primary protector, trying to make sure that we're safe and everything is cool. And I think it is, so I kind of lay my head to go back to sleep. Thank you for doing that. And and
protect you.
I hear like this like crunch, 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 and then stops, and I'm thinking those sounded a lot like footsteps. And so I kind of peer up again. I'm looking through like the cracks of my shorts. I hear it again. And this goes on for probably, 5 or 6 minutes of me thinking that somebody is walking closer and closer to the van.
And then it stops.
And like looking, and then it stops. And it stops like as I look up for it.
I was asleep through all this, so this story is just a story for me.
Yeah. So finally it hits me as I lay my head back down a little bit closer to Jenna's, and I hear it again. And it sounds like it's coming from inside of her mouth.
That is so embarrassing.
I don't know if you were grinding your teeth or like clearing your mouth. I don't know.
Right.
But I swear to you, it sounded like a little like crunch, crunch, crunch.
He recorded it. So now I have to hear that noise over and over.
Yeah.
It does actually really sound like someone's lurking around the van. Meanwhile, it was me, your own wife. You should know my mouth noises by now. It's been 6 years.
Yeah, I guess. So anyway, but no, we've had no issues where we've stayed. And that brings us to our last question. Where do you sleep for free? And we sort of answered that earlier. We mentioned the national forest roads. That's probably been the main place we've slept for free.
And campgrounds that don't charge.
Exactly, yeah, which there are a lot of those along these national forest roads. So, and the way that we found some of those places is a website called freecampsites.net. I'm sure you can guess what their purpose is. And there's actually quite a few places on there, around here. I mean, they're typically up in the mountains, no service, off the beaten path, which is great because there's typically not a ton of people. It's quiet, it feels safe,
little space.
And we like being out in nature, so it's nice. I guess the downside, they might not be just outside of the town that you're visiting.
We've had to travel pretty good lengths to get to certain spots just to have a safe, free spot.
But it's been awesome because those are places we'd be visiting anyway. But yeah, that's the main answer. And then actually the property we're on right now, the Nolichucky Cabins, they're actually on a website called Harvest Hosts. And
I think it's an app as well.
Yeah, so we don't have a subscription to Harvest Hosts, but we did look into it. And if we were doing this full time, we probably would. But basically you pay annually, and you can park in places like breweries, campgrounds and cabins, things like
Wineries.
that. Golf clubs.
Yeah. All
Without
sorts of
charging.
places.
So there's plenty
like
of other resources out there for that. Really, that could be a whole nother video itself, but that's the short answer.
A lot of
And,
van lifers also talk about certain restaurants or parking lots or Walmarts if you get permission.
Sure.
Those are typically probably backups.
Yeah, I mean, a Walmart is a good backup, or just a lot of grocery stores or places that are 24 hours,
Right.
or, those
It's
are
just a
places
lot
that you
less
likely won't be
private.
bothered. But yeah, less private might be, a little more noticeable, I guess you could say. And then the last thing to that is couch surfing, which I've used couch surfing to actually stay with people in the past, but it just kind of hit me on this trip. I was like, why not use that as a way to, because some people use couch surfing just to hang out with people. You can also use it to, stay in their place. But I thought, why not we look for somebody that would host us? We can simply park where they park and then get a meal with them, gain
Yeah.
some local insight.
And have access to the bathroom or their
Yeah.
kitchen and certain things like that.
For sure. And that worked, and we did that for 2 nights. So
True.
I think that answers that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's been great.
Yeah.
I'm like really sad to go back home, but I don't think this is the end.
Oh, for sure. We'll be
We
doing
will be
a lot
doing a
of
lot
this
of
to
long
come.
weekends and a lot more trips coming up.
Yeah, we've got some trips in the works. So
Yeah, so thanks for
I'll keep
asking
you.
all those questions. We loved hearing from you guys. This is a new journey for us, and thanks so much for following along with us.
Yep, and feel free to ask more questions, comment below. If you have any responses to things we said, we would love to hear it. So like, share, all those good things.
Bye.
And we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Peace.
You can find us on Instagram at Quench Your Adventure, and we'll see you next week.